You heard the howl, but it wasn't a beast. Its eyes were human. Tonight, you'll see something you were never meant to see. A creature that can steal your form. A being feared even in the most isolated reservations. The Skinwalker. I am Hollowface, and in this video, I will reveal the truth behind one of the most terrifying creatures in Native American legends. A shape-shifting being that wears the skin of its victims. A predator that does not just kill, it takes your identity. Who are Skinwalkers? According to Navajo legend, a Skinwalker is a witch, a person who has committed the darkest of crimes, including killing their own family, to gain supernatural powers. These powers allow them to transform into animals, wolves, coyotes, owls, or even other people. But the transformation is not just physical. They can mimic voices, imitate faces, and slip into your life without anyone noticing. They are not random monsters. They choose their prey carefully, often those who fear them the most. Native elders refuse to talk about them openly. Even mentioning their name is said to draw their attention. And those who have seen one rarely live to speak of it. Skinwalker Ranch. In the state of Utah lies a place considered one of the most anomalous on the planet, Skinwalker Ranch. Here, people report strange lights, enormous wolves that seem impervious to bullets, and creatures that vanish right before your eyes. Today, Skinwalker Ranch is surrounded by cameras, sensors, and people prepared for any intrusion. But even the most advanced technology cannot explain what happens there. Animals disappearing without a trace, strange figures on the horizon, and glowing orbs hovering above the ground. And the most disturbing thing of all, sometimes the cameras capture the silhouette of a human being, someone who should not be there. But this is only the beginning. Stories. I live in Northeast Ohio and work the night shift at a dairy plant. My drive home is about 35 miles, most of it through a wooded area. On the 4th of July, 2020, around 4:10 a.m., I was heading home through the forest. It was foggy, like most nights, and I was keeping an eye out for deer or other animals. Out of the trees, a coyote walked into the road. That's not unusual for Ohio, but then it stopped right in front of my car and just sat there, staring at me. I slowed down, waiting for it to leave, but it didn't move. I honked my horn. That's when it happened. The coyote smiled. Its teeth were human, perfectly human. We stared at each other for a second before it stood up and ran back into the woods. I sat frozen for a few moments before speeding away. I couldn't eat, couldn't stop thinking about it the entire drive home. I know what I saw: a coyote with human teeth. Was it a skinwalker? A mutant? I don't know. But I do know I'm taking a different route to work from now on. The wolf at Skinwalker Ranch. My wife and I had just moved into our new home on a remote ranch. It was quiet, empty for miles, yet every door had deadbolts on both sides, and thick bars covered the windows. The previous owners never explained why. At sunset, my wife spotted a gray wolf in the field, but instead of jumping the fence, it stood on two legs, lifted the wire like a man, stepped through, and dropped back onto all fours. Moments later, it vanished into the grass. That night, around 3:30 a.m., I woke to find my wife's side of the bed empty. Her voice called from outside.
Let me in. I woke up here.
I was about to unlock the door when a voice behind me asked,
What are you doing?
It was my wife, the real one. The knocking began, polite at first, then violent pounding, then scratching that lasted until dawn. The next day, the neighbors warned, don't talk about them. This place changes people. It takes things from you. When they left, the wolf returned, closer this time. I saw it for what it was. Not a wolf, but something ancient wearing a wolf's skin, like a costume. It moved toward me. I barely made it inside before the scratching started again, this time from both doors. By morning, 3 cattle were dead. We decided to leave the next day, but that night, I heard claws upstairs, slow, deliberate. At the top of the stairs, it stood on 2 legs, smiling, its long canines catching the dim light, its eyes pure black. It turned its head toward me, then vanished down the hallway toward my wife's room. Heart pounding, I ran after it, but when I burst in, she was asleep, breathing softly. No sign of it. I tried to tell myself it was nothing. I closed the door. Silence. Then, soft footsteps outside. Scratch, scratch, scratch. And a voice, not from behind the door, but inside my head, whispering, "Let me in." Summer camp in the Rockies. No phones, no proof. After a long day's hike, everyone went to bed early. Deep in the night, I woke to heavy footsteps outside my tent.
"Come with me to the toilet."
My friend's voice whispered, "By camp rules, you bring someone from your own tent." I refused. He asked again, frustration creeping into his tone, but I said no once more. Silence. Then, slow footsteps into the woods. No tent zippers, no voices, only fading steps in the cold dark. In the morning, he swore he never woke up. His tent mates said the same. But the voice was his, exactly his, just wrong, drawn out, off. All through the next day's hike, the thought gnawed at me. If it wasn't my friend, then who or what was calling my name?
Okay, first of all, it's midnight. You look scary. It's completely blackout. Can we please go?
Lay down. You're not my dog. My dog don't know how to do no fucking trick.
What the fuck? Stop.
No, hell no.
What the fuck, dude?
No.